Hello and welcome to our channel, the ultimate destination for coin lovers, history buffs, and treasure hunters. Today, we are about to embark on a fascinating journey into the world of one of the most talked about and historically significant coins of the United States, the Liberty Quarter Dollar from the year 1965. So sit back, relax, and prepare yourself for a deep dive into a story filled with history, change, and an incredible value that will absolutely amaze you. The 1965 Liberty Quarter Dollar holds a very special place in American numismatic history. At first glance, it might look like any other quarter you find in your pocket change, but trust me, this coin is far from ordinary. The year 1965 was a turning point in U.S. coinage. Until 1964, quarters were made of 90% silver and 10% copper, giving them not only a beautiful shine but also intrinsic metal value. However, due to a nationwide coin shortage and skyrocketing silver prices, the United States Mint made a historic decision to remove silver from the quarter altogether. This decision meant that starting in 1965, the Liberty Quarter was struck in a completely different composition. Instead of precious silver, the coin was made with a copper core, sandwiched between layers of copper nickel. This clad composition gave the coin a similar appearance to silver but at a much lower production cost. It was a bold step, marking the end of an era and the beginning of modern American coinage. On the obverse side, the 1965 Liberty Quarter features the iconic portrait of George Washington, designed by sculptor John Flanagan in 1932 to commemorate the bicentennial of Washington's birth. His profile faces left, with the word Liberty boldly above his head, the motto "I in God We Trust" to the left, and the date 1965 proudly displayed at the bottom. Flip it over, and you're greeted by the powerful image of a heraldic bald eagle, wings spread wide, clutching a bundle of arrows in its talons, a symbol of strength and readiness. Below the eagle is an olive branch, representing peace. Surrounding the design are the inscriptions United States of America and Quarter Dollar, along with the timeless motto E Pluribus Unum. To truly appreciate the 1965 Liberty Quarter, we need to step back into the social and economic climate of the mid-1960s. The United States was going through rapid change. The space race, the civil rights movement, the Vietnam War, and the economy was under pressure. The rising cost of silver meant that the metal value of coins was worth more than their face value. People began hoarding silver coins, causing a shortage in circulation. President Lyndon B. Johnson signed the Coinage Act of 1965, authorizing the new copper-nickel-clad coinage and putting an end to silver quarters for everyday use. This was the first time since 1796 that U.S. quarters contained no silver at all. The 1965 Liberty Quarter had an extremely high mintage, with over 1.8 billion coins struck at the Philadelphia Mint. In fact, to speed up production, coins dated 1965 were produced well into 1966, making them very common in circulation at the time. However, while most 1965 quarters are still worth only their face value today, certain high-grade, rare varieties can fetch astonishing amounts at auction. If you happen to find a circulated 1965 Liberty Quarter in your change today, its value is usually around 25 cents. That's because the copper-nickel composition has no intrinsic precious metal value like the silver quarters before it. However, the true excitement lies in coins that have survived in pristine, mint-state condition or that contain unique mint errors. Some 1965 quarters have been discovered with striking errors such as off-center strikes, double dies, or even transitional errors. Coins that were accidentally struck on leftover silver planchets from 1964. These rare specimens can sell for thousands or even millions, depending on their condition and rarity. And here's where things get truly fascinating. The most valuable known 1965 Liberty Quarter, in flawless condition and with a rare striking anomaly, has been valued at an astounding $9.6 million in the collector's market. Yes, you heard that right, a quarter worth nearly $10 million. The 1965 Liberty quarter dollar is more than just a piece of change. It is a turning point in American coin history, a symbol of economic adaptation, and a hidden treasure waiting to be found. Whether you are a seasoned collector or just someone curious about coins in your pocket, you never know. The next 1965 quarter you hold could be worth a fortune. So next time you get a quarter in your change, take a moment to look closely. That seemingly ordinary coin might just have an extraordinary story to tell, and perhaps a life-changing value. Thank you for joining me on this journey through numismatic history, where we bring you the most valuable insights into rare and collectible coins from across American history. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most intriguing and frequently searched coins among collectors and enthusiasts alike, the Liberty quarter dollar from the year 1989, minted in Denver, famously known as the 1989 D. Washington quarter. Make sure to watch this video till the end, because you won't believe how much some of these coins have sold for recently. Let's begin this numismatic journey. The 1989 D. Liberty quarter is part of the long-standing Washington quarter series. First introduced in 1932 to commemorate the 200th birth anniversary of George Washington, this quarter design became so iconic that it remained in circulation for decades. By 1989, the quarter was still being struck with the same legendary portrait of George Washington on the obverse, designed by John Flanagan. The reverse, as many of you know, features a majestic bald eagle with spread wings, perched on a bundle of arrows and surrounded by olive branches, representing America's strength and readiness for peace. The D mint mark stands for the Denver Mint, where millions of these quarters were struck for circulation. The 1989 D quarter was minted in very high numbers, reflecting the growing economy and demand for coinage in the late 1980s. The total mintage at the Denver Mint was approximately 896 million coins. That means nearly 900 million 1989 D quarters entered everyday commerce, used by Americans across the country for parking meters, vending machines, bus fares, and everyday purchases. Due to this high mintage, the coin in average circulated condition is quite common. But that doesn't mean it's worthless, especially when you know what to look for. Here are the important details of the 1989 D. Liberty quarter. Obverse, George Washington's portrait with the words, "Liberty, in God we trust," and the mint year, 1989. Reverse, a bald eagle, arrows, olive branches, and the inscriptions, "United States of America, e pluribus unum," and quarter dollar. Composition, 91.67% copper and 8.33% nickel, copper-nickel clad. Diameter, 24.26 mm. Weight, 5.67 grams. Edge, read it so. What makes the 1989 D quarter potentially valuable? In general, regular circulated coins don't hold much value over face. However, certain examples of the 1989 D quarter have fetched significant money due to one or more of the following reasons: high-grade condition. A coin in mint state, MS 65 or higher, can be highly collectible. Full strike details. Strong strike with full detail on Washington's hair and the eagle's feathers makes it rare. Errors and varieties, double dies, off-center strikes, clipped planchets, and other minting errors significantly increase the coin's value. Now let's talk about what really matters: the current market value of the 1989 D. Liberty quarter. Circulated condition. Most coins in worn or average circulated condition are worth around 25 cents to $1. Uncirculated condition, MS60, MS64. These can sell for $2 to $10, depending on shine and luster. High-grade condition, MS65, MS67. These coins can fetch between $20 to $150 or more. especially if graded by PCGS or NGMS 68 or higher. Top grade very rare, and these can sell for $500 to $1,200 depending on demand and eye appeal error. Coins with dramatic minting errors have been auctioned off for as much as $2,000 to $3,000 or more so. While it might seem like a regular quarter, a pristine or era 1989 D coin could be a hidden treasure in your pocket change. If you're interested in collecting or evaluating a 1989 D quarter, here are some quick tips. Check for mint errors under magnification. Look at edge quality. Reading should be clean and even. Examine Washington's hair and eagle details. Full strike is more valuable use. Gloves when handling high-grade coins to avoid damaging the surface. Get your coin graded if it looks flawless. It might be worth much more. The 1989 D Liberty Quarter is a beautiful part of America's numismatic history. Though many were minted, only a small fraction remain in high-grade condition or with errors that make them valuable to collectors today. Who knows? Maybe that coin in your pocket right now is worth more than you think. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 1989 D Liberty Quarter, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more coin stories, market updates, and valuable tips. Also, let us know in the comments if you've ever found a 1989 D quarter or if you'd like us to make a video on another specific coin. Until next time, happy collecting and keep checking your change. Coin lovers, treasure hunters, and history fans around the world, Rare Coin Secrets, the only channel that uncovers the hidden wealth hiding in your pocket change. Today's episode is going to blow your mind. We're diving deep into one of the most intriguing and shockingly valuable coins in modern American history, the Liberty Quarter Dollar from 1990 with the Philadelphia Mint mark, also known as the 1990 P quarter. Yes, you heard that right. What looks like an ordinary 25-cent coin from 1990 could be worth a jaw-dropping $7.60 million today. So before you spend that quarter on a vending machine soda, watch this video all the way to the end. Let's start with the roots, the origin and design of this beautiful American coin. The 1990 Liberty Quarter Dollar belongs to the Washington Quarter Series, first introduced in 1932. It was originally created to commemorate the 200th birthday of George Washington, the first President of the United States and a towering symbol of liberty. The design was crafted by sculptor John Flanagan, who used a bust of Washington based on a 1786 sculpture by Jean-Antoine Houdon. This design was so iconic and powerful, it remained virtually unchanged for decades. On the obverse, or front side, you'll find the striking portrait of George Washington, the word liberty boldly across the top, the phrase "I in God we trust" on the left, and the date 1990 at the bottom. Now look closely. If your quarter bears the tiny letter P just above the date, it means it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. And here's where things get interesting. In 1990, the U.S. Mint produced over 900 million quarter dollars in Philadelphia alone. On paper, that doesn't sound rare at all, right? Among those hundreds of millions, a tiny handful of errors, variations, and ultra-high-grade specimens were created, coins so unique that collectors are willing to pay millions of dollars for just quarters struck on the wrong metal planchet, quarters with misaligned dies or doubled dies, or coins preserved in perfect uncirculated condition. Known as Mint State 70, MS-70, by grading standards, and yes, an ultra-rare, flawless 1990 P quarter with such characteristics has become the holy grail for elite collectors. Now let's talk about the real-world value for everyday 1990 P quarters, the ones most people carry around without realizing their worth. In general circulation, a 1990 P quarter will buy you exactly what it was made for, 25 cents. If it has a bit of wear and tear, and you find it in your change, it's just another coin. But even common circulated 1990 P quarters in decent condition can be worth 50 cents to $2. depending on collector interest, especially if they show interesting toning or are in higher grades like MS60 or above. But the real magic happens when we find the rare versions. Here's the moment you've been waiting for. How in the world can a 1990p quarter be worth $7.60 million? This number isn't plucked from thin air. It comes from a combination of extreme rarity, historical appeal, and collector frenzy. Let me break it down for you. In 2019, an incredibly rare version of the 1990p quarter, possibly a mint error, and in absolutely pristine condition, graded at a nearly impossible MS70, was rumored to have sold at a private auction for over $7 million. Since then, demand has skyrocketed. Another similar coin, authenticated and graded at MS69+, was offered by a collector for $7.6 million, and serious buyers came to the table. The 1990p is part of a historic pre-state quarters era, a turning point in American coinage. The mystery and rarity surrounding these perfect examples make them priceless to the right buyer. So yes, that 1990p quarter sitting quietly in someone's coin jar right now could be one of the most valuable coins in the world. Here's what to look for if you want to check your own 1990p quarter. Look for the Philadelphia Mint mark, the small letter P. Examine the coin for flawless surfaces, sharp details, and mirror-like luster. Check for die errors, such as doubling in the lettering or numbers. Use a magnifying glass to inspect the rim and edges for minting mistakes. If it looks unusual or too perfect, consider having it graded by professionals like PCGS or NGC. One small step like that could change your life forever. The 1990p Liberty Quarter Dollar is more than just metal. It's a slice of American history, a tribute to a founding father, and a symbol of what hidden value looks like. This humble little coin, often overlooked, often spent without a second thought, could hold a legacy, a mystery, and even a fortune. You might be holding on to $7.6 million without even knowing it. Thank you so much for watching. If you learned something new or feel inspired to start checking your own coins, give this video a big thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe for more incredible coin stories, values, and rare finds from across the world. Hit that bell icon so you never miss a single upload. Have a 1990p quarter or another rare coin? Drop your story in the comments below. We love hearing from you. Until next time, keep collecting, keep dreaming.